Antonio breaks down the law of attraction so well that it doesn't matter whether you're a child or an adult, whether you're 8 years old or 80 years old. Antonio teaches the law of attraction in a way to where anyone can grasp the concept, can gain understanding, and can begin to use the law of attraction to get what it is that they desire most in life. I guarantee you that you want to take a listen to Antonio's podcast, Secret to Success, Law of Attraction.
Today I want to talk to you about the law of expectations. This is a real universal law. It is called the law of expectations. The law of expectations states in its definition, whatever you expect with emotion will manifest into your life. Whatever you expect into motion with emotion will manifest into your life. Third way, and that's, I jumbled up verse 1, 2, and 3 together. The way you expect something with emotion puts forward that thing into motion. Have you ever got something good happen to you? Something real well. It was, got a new car, and then you said, this engine light will cut on. And you stared at the engine light for a week, and you stared at it, and every time you got in your car, you looked down, and you said, whoo, oh, thank you, no lights. You did it again. And 3 months later, the light came on. That is the law of expectation. Have you ever got some money, got you a new job, and said, they're going to get rid of me? I'm just waiting on the other shoe to fall off. That's the law of expectation. This is a serious thing. As you move forward in your life, whatever you expect with emotion, it will manifest into your life. I'll say that again. This is now my 5th time saying this on this very short time I've been with you on this phone call. Whatever you expect into your life with emotion is exactly what is going to take motion into your life. Ladies and gentlemen, I submit to you right now, stop thinking that you want things. And if you don't have them, it's not what you truly want. If you think you want something, if you think that that's what you want, examine yourself objectively and observe your harvest. Some of you have been saying that you were going to be 6 figures by the time you were 23. 23 happened. Time you were 24, 24 happened. Time you were 30, 30 happened. Next year's going to be my year. The after that going to be my year. And it's not that you don't have the ability to do these things. It's not that you don't have the character to do these things. You don't have the proper expectation to do these things. Because when you consciously said something, you subconsciously expected another result. Listen to me very well. The part of your brain that knows what to do and the part of your brain that does what to do are 2 different parts of your brains. Listen to me very well. You can know how to lose weight and still not get up and work out. How many of you know right now you should not eat what you just ate? And you just got hands up all over the place. And you ate what you just ate. Exactly. The hands went right back up. That is the part of your brain that knows what to do, saying, this is what I'm going to do. And the part of your brain that does what to do is like, nah, I'm not doing that. Poverty tastes good with this cheese on it. Listen, every single time that you have expected something with emotion, that is what you have received. Listen, hear me well. You can consciously write down all of your goals. If you expect the opposite, you will get the opposite. Have you ever got back out in the dating game and then you said, I'm going to look for me a good person, and got a bad one? Because you expected expected the bad one. Some of you right now, if you could afford to live on your own, you'd be single. Some of you right now are only with people because you cannot afford to pay rent by yourself. At least not rent in that neighborhood. And so you're dating to the level of your self-esteem because you want a good relationship, but you expect to be hurt. Some of you right now, you are thinking and wishing and praying and writing down and affirming, and you're lighting candles and you're putting towels over your head and smelling in bath salts, and you're chanting and you're walking over coals and you're doing all other sorts of natural things to get this dollar amount that you want, but you expect in your subconscious not to get it. And every time you expect something with emotion, that is exactly what you put in motion. You will only ever put in motion in your life what you expected with emotion in your head. That's the way this life works. It's not enough. And I get it. I get it. You're thinking, man, I got to monitor my thoughts. I'm not telling you. The thoughts in your head are not the problem here. The thoughts in your head are not the problem with the law of expectation. The emotions in your head are the problem with expectations. You ever said, my boss make me sick. Next time you say something, I'm going to kill her. Did you see how she's still living? Because you didn't truly mean that emotion. And you didn't walk around all day with that emotion. And you finally calmed down. And then Netflix came on. And you got you some red wine. And you took you a hot bath. And then you got over it. And that's okay. That's why you ain't in jail. Good for you. You understand? But some of y'all been feeling the same way about money since you was 6. Now you 36. And you trying to cure in 6 months what you've developed mentally thinking for 30 years. The law of expectation says that whatever you are expecting into your life is what you are putting into motion into your life. Listen, popular saying, what you hold up here in your head, you will hold down here in your hand. Whatever you hold in your mind, you will hold into your hand. Ladies and gentlemen, all of you have set New Year's goals. All of you, every last one of you. In fact, even the petty of you, the most petty of you who said, I'm not going to set no New Year's resolutions. You set goals and just didn't call them New Year's resolutions. But I promise you, as the world turns, you will only get what you expect. You will only get what you expect. When I was in high school, I went to a speech and debate tournament for Mr. Michael Merritt. And I kept saying I was going to lose. I had never done speech before. There was no novice division this time. They only put me in the championship division, and all the people there had been speech and debate people, and this was my first time. And I knew that little black kids from the hood didn't win no speech trophies. Got in the first round, I won. But the way it works in speech and debate, at least the speech side of it, you have what you call rounds, prelims, semifinals, and finals. And I fooled around. Got first place in preliminary rounds. And I let myself think I could win. And how many of you know that when you truly want to lose, the moment you think you can win is when you purposely sabotage? And of course, I get to the next round and I purposely sabotage so I wouldn't have the responsibility of being a winner. And I'm afraid to tell all of you right now that is how you are approaching in your life right now. You believe you're going to lose. You're expecting to lose. You're saying to yourself, I'm going to lose. They ain't going to do nothing but not like me anyway. She not going to do nothing but cheat on me anyway. He just going to be like all other men anyway. It's not going to work out for me anyway. And then you get something well. And as soon as you get something that happens to you well, you convince yourself, I can do this. And the moment you do that, your sabotager kicks in and protects you. Have you been there? Can you relate? Can you relate to convincing yourself, maybe I can? But you've been in love with your sabotager for so long that the moment you think you can, your sabotager come out and protect you. Ladies and gentlemen, some of you are being protected in your relationships right now by your sabotagers. In truth, some of you are so afraid to be in a good relationship that the person you're dating has never dated you. They only date your sabotager. Some of you right now, you are literally forcing someone to date you, and they're not even dating you. They're dating the person that protects you. Not gonna cheat on me. I promise you I'll do him before he do me. Come on, you know what I'm talking about. Don't. They telling me to move on. I'm gonna stick my hat right here for a little bit. All right, fellas, I'm coming to you now. Since you got a problem with your mama, or that girl that hurt you when you was 12, now you 42 playing with women's hearts. Because you expected all of them to be like all of her. Whatever you expect is what you will get. But when you expect it with emotion, it must manifest. Lisa Nichols says in the 2006 film, The Secret, you go to your mailbox and you expect a bill. You go to your mailbox again, you expect a bill. And you go back again, you expect the bill. This is scene country says, do yourself a favor. Expect the check. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for you to start expecting checks in your life right now. I understand that you got these bills to pay, but you need to start expecting checks right now. What does a check represent? A check represents some money that you may or may not have done something for, but the check is inside the plus of your life. And when you have a bill, that's inside the minus of your life. And if you start expecting the pluses of your life, then you will start living in the plus category. Take out the money. Let's talk about life. Some of you right now need to start expecting the pluses out of life. Stop expecting the negative and start moving towards the pluses. You at church, make yourself be a plus inside your church, and maybe your church will get better. You are at your house. Make yourself a plus inside your house, and maybe he will put the dishes up after you wash them. You are at your job. Make a plus on your job, and maybe you don't have to have an argument with the whole left side of your department. Put pluses into your life by expecting them to be there. You see, when you expect pluses, you get pluses. But watch it, because the whole time I was talking, you missed the key thing I said. I said, put pluses into your life by expecting pluses. And that's where most of you go wrong. You try to put a plus with a minus attitude. And then you go, this doesn't work. Then you're just like the person sitting in front of the stove and you say, stove, give me some heat, and you never cut it on. It's like you're the kind of person that sits a water pot on top of the stove and you say, boil water, but you never cut the fire thing on. Some of you right now are expecting without giving. And you can never get heat from an oven no more than you can boil water without first giving the device heat. Some of you live cold lives with cold people with a cold harvest because you've never given heat. And you expect cold things. You expect cold relationships. You expect to be hurt. And whatever you expect with emotion, you put into motion. I just want to talk about the law of expectation. Some of you right now, matter of fact, Everybody listening to me right now, all of you, everybody, lean in. Lean. There you go. Lean in. Listen to me now. Look at your dollar account. Look at your dollar amount in your bank account. That's what you expect of yourself. No. You're not going to run from that. Look at the dollar amount in your bank account. That is what you expect of yourself. Let's go deeper with this. The dollar amount in your bank account is the numerical reflection of your expectancy of your relationship with money. Now we're going deeper. Look at the dollar amount in your bank account. That is how you expect money to treat you in a relationship. Let's go deeper. The dollar amount is not just a numerical relation, not just a numerical stance or numerical equivalent of how you expect money to treat you, but it is also how you are treating that money in expectation. And as you have money, you also have what you feel about yourself. Now, obviously, this is not about money. Money doesn't exist. It doesn't matter about money. But what does matter is money is a great equalizer. It is something that since we all have to live and breathe on planet Earth, we all need. So no matter of race, creed, or religion, we can all relate to money. And some of you have great money because you have great expectations, while others of you are so afraid that people won't like you, you expect to give yourself away for free, your products away for free, and your prosperity away for free. Because you expect everybody in your life to like you. You expect everybody in your life to like you. You expect everybody in your life to like you. And when you expect everybody in your life to like you, you allow them to control you so they will like you. I'll rewind and press play. When you live a life expecting everyone to like you, you allow them to control you to the level of how they're going to like you. And that will always equate into you not liking yourself. Think about it this way. The only thing in nature, the only time in nature, every animal leaves alone an animal is that animal's dead. If you want everybody to leave you alone, guess what you got to do? Play dead. You have to be offended and play like you're not offended. You have to be hurt and play like you're not hurt. You have to have an opinion and play like you don't have one. You have to have a dream and kill it. Because if you live your dream, you'll offend the person controlling you. And so you put yourself into a position where you expect to serve everybody and never be served yourself. I just want to talk about the law of expectation. This is now, what day is it? What day is it? 14. This is now halfway finished with the first month of 2018. You're never getting this back. And some of you right now have done nothing but expect lack. Think about it. For some of y'all right now, this year has not been fruitful. It's not. And it hasn't been fruitful because your expectation has been poisoned. How can you bear good fruit with poisonous expectations? The law of expectation says that whatever you expect with emotion, you will manifest into your reality. A better or a more clever way to say it, whatever you expect with emotion, you put into motion. How many of you right now You're not living the life that you deserve. And you're not living the life that is worthy of you. Because your mind is on your situation. And as your mind is on your situation, your expectations become your situation. At a high school football game, true story, in 1997, at a high school football game in the state of Texas, at the championship football game for the high school 24-5A team in Texas, the home team was getting blown out. And by blown out, I mean blown all the way out. Blown out so bad that everybody was saying they shouldn't even came this far if they was going to play like this. And the whole home crowd was somber. The mood was that of death. For the championship team, dreams of winning the championship had